Welcome to the 5th edition of SHS This Month. I'm Meat, and this is Charlie.
And up first today we have a trade show with Joe Rush and Jake Berry.
Today we're going to be talking about the NBA trade deadline that just happened the other day. And we're just going to talk about the teams, who we think won the trade deadline. And yeah, let's get started. All right, Joe, who do you want to start with?
I think a big team we got to start with is the Brooklyn Nets. They had Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving, trade away both of them. What do you think?
I mean, they just trade away two superstars. And honestly, the sad thing is the Minnesota Timberwolves got more for Rudy Gobert than Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant.
I know what you're saying, and I get what you're saying here, but in terms of the Kyrie trade, they had no leverage. Kyrie on an expiring contract and publicly said that he was not going to play there if they didn't trade him. So I thought that what they got back was fine. Couldn't do much. And I thought the return on Kevin Durant was pretty good. Mikal Bridges, Cam Johnson are both very good young impact players, and they got a lot of first-round picks. So I think they did what they could. They were in a tough spot.
I think the Nets maybe won the trade for both of them because they got so much in return. Like, they have so much that they could trade for.
Yeah.
Like, they got Dinwiddie, they got Bridges, they got so many picks now. They can literally trade for almost anyone in the league probably, besides like a couple players who are just not going to get traded.
Yeah, and the good thing for them too is these guys are really going to be able to develop. They don't have their own first-round picks, so however they do, it doesn't really affect their draft. They're worrying about how the Suns do at this point. Yeah. So they can just go out there, let the young guys develop, win or lose. It'll be good for the development.
Yeah, and that guy, Cam Thompson, he's doing really well.
Cam Thomas, yeah, they freed up minutes for him. He's been hooping.
I know. But yeah, I think it's kind of hard to say who won both the trades. Mm-hmm. So I'm just going to say a tie for both of them.
Yeah. We can go to another team that made a flurry of moves, the Los Angeles Lakers. They're sitting, I believe they're like 13th in the West. Yeah. Traded for Rui Hachimura and D'Angelo Russell, a few other guys in there too. What do you think?
I think they improved their shooting. I think that's what they needed. Is they just need to surround themselves with more shooters with LeBron James on the team. It's a good trade.
I agree. I thought the D'Angelo Russell move was really good for them. Russ. I still think Russ has got a little bit left in the tank. I just think he wasn't a great fit in Los Angeles. Getting him out of there, getting D'Angelo Russell was a very good point guard. Jared Vanderbilt had a good night.
Oh yeah.
And I think one other guy. I can't remember. And they didn't give up too much. They did trade away Thomas Bryant in a separate deal, but he had requested a trade. There wasn't really much they could do there. And Rui Hachimura has been a pretty good player. They didn't give up much for him either.
And from what I've heard is that the Lakers didn't even have a practice before they played the first game with all the new guys they got. And they just went out there and I'm pretty sure they won the game, right?
Yeah, they did. Yeah.
They did.
I mean, they're another team that if they sneak into the play-in game, they could be tough. They could be tough. If they get that 10th seed, and I don't know if I'd want to see them. If they're healthy, LeBron, AD, D'Lo, the whole team, they're a lot deeper now too. Mm-hmm. Oh, they got Mo Bamba. They trade away Patrick Beverley. Mo Bamba could really help them.
I think that they're definitely a sleeper team, which is kind of weird to say with LeBron James on your team, but I think definitely that they can be a real threat if they do make the play-in game. They can possibly make a run. I know that's what a lot of people think, but you never know.
Yeah, we can, those were kind of the bigger trades at the deadline. We can touch up on a few smaller trades. One of them was Jay Crowder to the Milwaukee Bucks.
5 second-round picks.
5 second-round picks, throwing around a lot this year.
I don't think he's played this season, if I'm not mistaken.
No, he hasn't. I don't think he's played in 2 years.
But he does bring just a good two-way player.
Yeah.
Good shooting, good defense. The Bucks are obviously a championship contender. Really, all you need. I think it's a good trade. Maybe gave up 5 second-round picks, but I think it's okay.
Yeah, I can understand the value of 5 second-round picks for both teams. It's like if you're a team who's getting the 5 second-round picks, you look at it like if one of these guys hits, then it's return. You got 5 shots at it. But if you're giving away 5 second-round picks, it's like the chances are low. But so I understand both sides of it.
The chances are low, but you never know. We could get another Nikola Jokic.
Yeah, that is true. I might be butchering his name, but Jakob Poeltl to the Raptors.
That guy is really good.
Yeah,
I don't know his exact stats, but that guy is a very good young player. and I think he will be a very good player in the future. So I think it's a good trade for the Raptors. They're already super young. They got a bunch of young guys, and Pascal Siakam, who's just like he's in his prime right now. They have even with the championship experience too.
Yeah.
Now they add a young guy like Jacob. I don't think I'm butchering his name too, but just a good addition. They're going to be a good team in the future.
Yeah, you know, they've started off a little slow, but like I kind of said for the Lakers, I mean, they're in a better spot than the Lakers are, but if they're going to run, they're a deep team. They got a lot of talent up there in Portland and Toronto. They could do some big things.
I'm definitely not expecting them to do good this year, but I'm thinking about the future for them. I think it's a very bright young team.
Yeah, we could talk about our hometown team, the Celtics. Only made one deal. Mike Muscala. Played a few. You know, this is a couple days after the deadline, so we've seen a little bit of Mike Muscala.
Veteran shooter, 6'11". Not the only thing I have of him is that he's 6'11" and he's not the best rebounder from his stats.
Yeah, but I mean,
he's a shooter though, from what I've heard.
Yeah, I don't really think rebounding is his thing.
Yeah.
Necessarily.
But we did need a big off. We did need a big off the bench, and he's a good shooter. He's a good scorer. Maybe if he can just go out there and get more rebounds, that's all we really need from him. But I think it's a good move. That's all we really needed, honestly. Some more depth off the bench for a big man.
Yeah. What about buyouts? Have you seen any buyout signings you like?
Yep, Marcus Aldridge. He went to the Mavericks, and last season he played over 40 games, and he averaged 12 points on 50% field goal shooting.
Yeah.
But that's just a solid signing. If he stays healthy, that's just a good deal. We already got Kyrie and Luka who are balling out right now.
Yeah.
Kyrie had 36 actually yesterday.
One that I liked and I wish the Celtics got was Terrence Ross. I thought the Celtics could have used a wing like him.
He went to the Suns and he averages 38% from 3-point.
Yeah.
That's a good.
Him or Danny Green, I would have really liked. Both of those were pretty good signings for whoever got them. But
yeah, Terrence Ross though. That's a good signing from the Suns.
You know, obviously, I believe every team but two teams made trades during the trade deadline. So why don't we talk about? Give me like two winners and two losers of the deadline.
Two winners? I'm going to say the winners, definitely the Suns.
Yeah.
I mean, they just added a top 5 player in the league on the team. And if KD stays healthy, I can definitely see them going to the finals possibly. Because the West right now, besides the Nuggets, it's kind of open right now. Anyone can really go. And now that they just added a top 5 player in the league, especially when they already have the veteran experience of Chris Paul, they got Devin Booker, obviously, who's almost averaging 30 points a game. DeAndre Ayton's a great big man. And now they add Kevin Durant.
Yeah.
That's a very scary lineup. And another winner, I want to say the Mavericks, but I don't know how exactly they're going to do. I think Kyrie, because it's two ball-dominant guards, they look like they're doing good together in the first 2 games that they played, but I think that they just need to add some more, just another guy, like a good just like two-way big man. Mm-hmm. Just like spread the floor.
You know, I can highlight some of the teams that I think are the losers of the deadline. One of the biggest losers, in my opinion, was the Chicago Bulls. You know, one of the two teams that did not make a deal at the deadline, which to me seemed really odd because they're in that spot where they're not good enough to win a championship, but they're not.
They should be making the playoffs.
They're not bad enough to get Victor Wembanyama. So they're stuck in this middle ground. They're young, but they're old. They don't really have a direction, in my opinion. And
I think that their system is really bad with the people that they have. Zach LaVine does not fit their system well. They should have just got rid of him and got someone else.
They have a lot of assets. I thought that they should have blown it up.
Yeah.
Zach LaVine, DeMar DeRozan, Nikola Vucevic, could have got some first-round picks for. Could have looked bright for the future. Because, I mean, I don't think the future is bright for them.
Yeah,
if I'm being honest. They didn't bolster their roster. I don't think they're going to make a run.
They're not in a win-now situation, but they're not in, if we're going to tank. They need to blow it up or they need to do something. Because with the team they have right now and the system that they have, they're not going to win anything.
Yeah.
They'll be lucky if they even make the play-in. Not the play-in, the playoffs, sorry.
One other team, wouldn't really call them a loser, but wish they did more, was the Portland Trailblazers. I believe the only deal they did was dealing away Josh Hart for Cam Reddish and a couple other players, and get that man Dame some help. Dame's only going to be around for so much longer.
He's only going to be in his
prime
so
for so much longer. Get this man some help. You know,
He's on a tear
year
right
in,
now,
year
too.
out. Dame's there. Never anyone beside him. No, they used to have CJ at least. Now they don't even have CJ. They definitely could go out and get a star. Like look at the Mavericks. They went out and
They got
got
Kyrie
Luka.
Irving.
They got him Kyrie. The Portland Trailblazers just every year just fail to bolster the roster. You have a superstar point guard. Go get someone to help him.
I agree. I think that was a good take, Joe. Not gonna lie.
I agree.
Thank you for joining us on SHS this month, talking about the trade deadline. We'll see you next time.
Next, we have a PSA with Tommy and Chris about Chadwick Boseman and the weekend.
My name is Tommy Cha, and this is
Chris Lee.
February is African American History Month, and today we are going to talk about Chadwick Boseman and the weekend. Chadwick Boseman was an American actor best known for portraying King T'Challa in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, The Black Panther. Before his role in Black Panther, Boseman had a successful role in stage and television actor career, starring in multiple films as historical figures. In addition to his acting career, Boseman was known for his dedication to using his platform to raise awareness and about social and political issues. He was widely praised for his inspiring speeches and interviews in which he was emphasized the importance of education, creativity, and perseverance. Boseman passed away on August 28, 2020, after a 4-year-long battle with colon cancer. His death was mourned by fans and fellow actors around the world who remembered him as a talented performer and a courageous advocate for justice and equality.
The second person we'll be talking about today is The Weeknd. The Weeknd is a highly successful and influential Canadian artist renowned for his innovative fusion of R&B, pop, and electronic music, as well as introspective and often dark lyrics. The Weeknd has released several critically acclaimed and commercially successful albums, including Trilogy, Beauty Behind the Madness, and After Hours, and has won multiple awards for his music, including 3 Grammy Awards. His music has been praised for its emotional depth and evocative storytelling, and he is widely regarded as one of the most important and distinctive artists of this generation. Thank you for taking your time to listen to SHS this month.
Next, we have a PSA on Prince and Whitney Houston by Brianna and Jordan.
Hello, my name is Brianna Moreno.
And I'm Jordan Coleman, and for Black History Month, we're going to be talking about 2 important black musicians that paved the way.
To start us off, we have Prince. Prince Rogers Nelson was born on June 7, 1958 in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Growing up, both of Prince's parents were in the musical industry, thus influencing Prince to be interested in music at a young age. Therefore, he taught himself how to play the piano, guitar, and drums, and by the age of 14, he had mastered it all. When Prince was about 10, his parents split, causing him to run away and live with his neighbors. He didn't have an easy childhood as he suffered from epileptic seizures and was harshly bullied and teased by his fellow peers. Later in 1978, when Prince's career started taking off, he signed to Warner Brothers, which was good for him for a while, but later Prince accused Warner Brothers of treating him like a slave, so he left. He then signed with the NPG label, and at this point he had a huge following, and he was looked up to because he challenged gender norms, but he wasn't known as the icon we know today until 1999. Prince was also featured in Purple Rain and its legendary soundtrack, which is regarded as one of the best albums in history. This debut won Prince 2 Grammys and later an Oscar. He was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 2004, and his career continued until April 26, 2016, when Prince accidentally overdosed on fentanyl.
Next, we have Whitney Houston. Whitney Houston was born on August 9, 1963 in Newark, New Jersey. Whitney's mother was a gospel singer who was part of the Drinkard Singers. Her father was an ex-Army serviceman and then a Newark City administrator who worked for the Newark mayor at the time. She also had 3 brothers, 2 of which were half-brothers. Aretha Franklin was considered a family friend to the Houston family, and with Whitney's mom being a singer, it was not hard for her to get into music. Whitney began singing in the church choir at the New Hope Baptist Church in Newark at the age of 5, where she learned how to play the piano. By the time she was 11, she was already performing as a soloist for the choir. And later in life, Whitney became a fashion model, and she was discovered by a photographer who filmed her and her mother during a performance for the United Negro College Fund at Carnegie Hall. She became one of the first women of color to appear on the cover of a fashion magazine when she appeared on the cover of 17. When performing with her mom, she was seen by a record label representative who offered her a deal. She went on to release her debut album, Whitney Houston, on Valentine's Day, 1985. She was nominated for 3 Grammys at the 1986 awards and won Best Female Pop Vocal Performance. She continued on to release 6 more albums, and she married Bobby Brown and had her only child, Bobby Christina Brown. Sadly, Whitney passed away in 2012 due to a drug overdose. Thanks for joining us as we celebrate those of color.
Next, we have a PSA about Deval Patrick, written by Ben Love.
I'm Ben Love, and I chose to research Deval Patrick for Black History Month. I picked Deval Patrick because he was the first black governor of Massachusetts in 16 years since 1991, when Michael Dukakis left office. Deval Patrick was raised mostly by his mother on the south side of Chicago, where he earned a scholarship to Milton Academy in the 8th grade. He went to Harvard and Harvard Law School after graduating. He practiced law with the NAACP, Legal Defense and Education Fund, and later joined a Boston law firm, where he was named a partner at age 34. In 1994, Bill Clinton appointed him as United States Assistant Attorney General for the Civil Rights Division of the United States Department of Justice, where he worked on issues including racial profiling and police misconduct. Deval Patrick is still alive today. He joined the private equity firm Bain Capital in 2015, where he is currently a managing director. Thank you, I'm Ben Love.
Finally, we have a PSA about Morgan Freeman and Denzel Washington by Jamal and Eli.
Hello, welcome to SHS this month as we celebrate African American History Month. Today I'll be talking about a famous actor, Denzel Washington. Denzel Washington is one of the greatest American actors and filmmakers ever. Denzel's full name is Denzel Hayes Washington Jr. Denzel's birthday is December 28, 1954, and he is 6'1". Denzel Washington has performed in many hit movies such as Malcolm X, The Equalizer, and Fences. Many young actors have been inspired by Denzel Washington's performances. He is a phenomenal actor.
Hi, I'm Eli, and today I'm going to be telling you guys some information about Morgan Freeman. Morgan Freeman is an American actor, narrator, and director. Morgan is known for his distinctive, deep voice and also has various different roles in a wide variety of film genres. Morgan was born on June 1st, 1937, and is still alive now at 85 years old. Some movies that he is famous for is The Shawshank Redemption, Driving Miss Daisy, Street Smart, and $1 Million Baby, and also many more. Morgan now has a private pilot license and also co-owns a restaurant and a club that are both located in Mississippi.
Thank you for joining us for this
information about African American History Month.
Thank you for watching SHS This Month 5th edition. I'm Meet.
I'm Charlie.
Thank you for watching. We'll see you on the next one.